Hello, hi, welcome. We're back. It's Monday and we're live from Italy and we're going to be cooking pasta. Thank you so much for joining us. Lovely to see you. Please drop us a message, say hello, tell us your news, what you're up to. And as it's Monday, we've also got one of our cookbooks that we're giving away. And as we're doing a recipe from Amalfi, we decided to give away a recipe book from that region. So we've got a really lovely book, the Silver Spoon series from recipes from Naples and from Amalfi. So if you'd like to win the cookbook, then just pop cookbook in the comments and we'll choose a winner at the end of the cooking lesson. And now let's go and say hello to Livia. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I've missed you last week. I'm sorry, it was my fault. But now everything is better. I feel much better. You know, sometimes I'm getting old. I start to have some old. Yeah, I'm not a girl anymore. I'm getting old. But anyway, now it's really warm. It's getting warm. Actually, in the last few days it was quite cold. Strange. I think it was been all over around Europe quite cold. But I hope the weather will help us to go through all these difficult times and everything will be better all the time. And lemons actually are a very good color to brighten up our day, I think.
Yeah, perfect. No, I always have hot water and lemon in the morning. That's how I start my morning, which is great. And actually, we've had really lovely weather. Actually, in Edinburgh, it was the warmest place in the UK last week. We hit 19 degrees, so it was like a Scottish summer.
Wow.
It's really nice, actually. Yeah,
really like summer. I can imagine everyone with shorts and.
Yeah. And we, I think I said we got a little ice cream bike for outside the office. So we were even being busy selling ice cream at the weekend. It's very, very busy. Obviously Italian ice cream, but yeah, it's a nice ice cream. So that kept us busy at the weekend.
Very good.
Yeah, really
very
nice.
Good.
So
I've tried to put up in the picture, you know, like the best lemon I could find. But as you know, because of all the restriction, it's quite difficult to go out and find the right ingredients. And actually, as you know, I'm not from the region where lemons come from. So everyone can produce lemon. You can protect it in winter. And obviously, you can grow your own lemon. But for sure, the best quality of lemon comes from Naples area. So the book you choose, Lauren, is perfect. So really, I'm glad you did. And actually, the recipe that I'm going to prepare, I've learned it in Procida. So Procida is a little island in front of the Amalfi Coast, let's say in front of Naples, about an hour by boat from Naples, in between Ischia and Capri. And a lot of our guests have been to Capri, for sure. So, and there is a special variety kind of lemon, let's say, which is called limone pane. Okay, as you know, pane means bread, and this kind of lemon has such a thick white piece that would make it look like if it was bread. Okay, so as we all know, a lemon have the essential oils in the skin, so outside in the skin, and those are the ones that are used to make, for example, limoncello, that I guess everyone knows very well. Okay, and when you use the zest of the lemon, you should really pay attention not to use the pith, because in that case, the pith would be quite bitter. Okay, instead, in this variety of lemons, which is not exactly the one that I got here, but much thicker, the pith is actually sweet and it's good to be used also in a salad, for example. So again, this recipe will be a way for you to learn to use out a lemon completely. So instead of having to throw anything away. So
and the recipe's on. We popped it on the link on Facebook. So it's basically it's a pesto but made with lemons rather than basil.
Yes, exactly. You can add. You need to add something green and also something that cut out the acidity of the lemon, obviously. But so that's why we're going to use some parsley and some mint. We'll show you the ingredients now. But it's based on lemon, and it is really good for pasta. So as a sauce for pasta, obtaining it more creamy, adding good quality of olive oil and a lot of Parmigiano, obviously. It will make it creamy and good for pasta. In fact, today we're going to show this pesto used with linguine, which are the way I've learned how to make it. So This is typical, as I was saying, from Procida, this recipe exactly, but obviously it's done all over along the Amalfi Coast because the quality of the lemons are super there. So talking about a lemon plant, I think it's good to know that as long as you water the plant, you will have the flowers, so it will get in bloom, and then if inseminated, it will you will get lemons. So if you protect your lemon plant in winter, for sure you can try to have lemons during summer as long as you water it. The best quality of lemons usually are the ones that have been growing in winter when the weather is colder, the sun is not too strong, and they grow with a good quality of peat, which is not too bitter. But the special variety that you should use for this recipe is called limone pane, bread lemon, let's say. And I would suggest you to look for it in your shops, because I'm sure you import a lot of lemons from here, and obviously they have to be organic. The one that I bought are the Costiera Agrumi, as you can see, so they are really from Maiori, okay, where we had the venue when we were going with flavors, and they are without wax. That's very important, because in a lot of recipes produced in the area, made in the area, traditional in the area, you use out everything from the lemon, so it is very important that they don't contain any wax. Okay, so Lorna, I'm going to show you the ingredients, and then I'm going to start, otherwise we will never finish.
Perfect. Great. No, I was just looking at the comments. There's lots of guests reminiscing about their trips to Amalfi and the boat to Capri. I remember being on that boat and getting really wet.
Well, it depends when you go, obviously, and also the sea can be quite wavy, but it's really romantic and it's really nice. Yeah. So I show you the ingredients, and then we can talk about other things. So the main ingredients, obviously, are the lemons, and I got them here. I'll show you. Okay. They are, as you can see, as I said, I tried to buy the best quality I could originally from there. So a big lemon like this, for sure, will have a thicker pit. Okay, and if it's that quality that I was saying, that kind that I was saying, the pit is not bitter, so it doesn't need to be boiled to be used. And just, let's say, 2 lemons could be enough for an amount of sauce for your pasta for 3 or 4 persons. Obviously, after you've made this pesto, you can preserve it, keep it in a jar in the fridge, and you can use it in the next days. There are other ways to use this pesto. For example, you can use it with fish. I think that could be another good idea. And then other ingredients for this recipe is some mint, okay, which goes very well with the lemon flavor. In this case, I've learned how to make it with parsley and not with basil, because basil could cover, it's quite sweet, but you could try to do it with basil, and see how it comes. Some recipes include also some basil. Then obviously the juice of the lemon, which I have already squeezed here, and some garlic, obviously, Parmigiano, and then there are a variety of things you could use in terms of nuts. Okay, nuts are important for their oils that they produce. So you could use, in the recipe that I've learned, the ladies that we have filmed were using walnuts and pine nuts. Okay, if you want to make it more delicate, you could use even just pine nuts. In certain recipes, I've read also about almonds. So let's say, try to make the pesto the way you think it could be good for you. And just practice and try and see how it comes out better with the ingredients that you got. I'm just telling you the recipe as I've learned it. It's important, the good quality of lemon and lemon juice, and obviously good quality of olive oil to make it creamy. Okay, so I'm going to start. I don't want to confuse you, but I thought, since I have a nice mortar, and it's good to show you over there, I'm going to use the mortar to mash, let's say, some parsley and also the garlic. So garlic first. I don't like to taste the garlic too much in this recipe because I think it can cover quite a lot, but garlic is important. So I'm going to mash the garlic with the pesto and then add the parsley, part of the parsley. Then instead I'm going to use an immersion blender to mix better, to break better the zest of the lemon, because zest of the lemon can be quite hard, obviously, and difficult to work with a mortar. So I will do, let's say, a mixture of immersion blender and mortar, if it's fine for you. But in the recipe that I wrote for you, you got everything in the blender, which is always easy and fast. So do the way you prefer. Okay, so I'm going to start while you... Are we having any comments, any questions, anything that we need to...
Lots of really nice messages, Livia. Val saying hello, and Liz is telling
hello, Val.
And she's got her lemon tree, and Tanya's there too. Jane, yeah, it was lovely actually seeing everybody. Really nice. Anton as well. Really everybody. Yeah, so it's they always been very nice and friendly, and also worried for my health. So they're very friendly. Really, I feel like we have such a big family, Lorna. Yeah, I know. Nice.
It makes life different, really. When you see someone that care about you and worry and call you, right? So thank you very much for all the messages.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use just a little amount of garlic. So let's say half a garlic, not making a big quantity. Okay, and I'm going to use the pesto as we have been seeing used last time, adding a little bit of rock salt, because that's, if you have to add some rock salt, you should add it at the beginning, just a few, so that it can help you to use the pesto easier. Okay. Do you think, Lorna, there's any recipe about lemon pesto in the book you've chosen?
Yeah, there's loads of really lovely recipes actually. Yeah, and there's also some really nice recipes for pizza as well, actually, because of course that's the home of pizza. They've actually there's a really nice recipe for a salad recipe, a lemon salad, insalata di limone di Sorrento.
Ecco, esatto. Really nice. That is actually what we're going to do now. With the lemon left, I'm going to squeeze some lemon and cut the piece of some of the lemons, and with what is left, I'm going to make a salad, a simple salad. Obviously, that's suggested to be done in case you have a good quality of lemons. If you have lemons which are not really, the peach is bitter and not fresh. Well, I suggested to buy lemons from Italy because they're supposed to be coming from closer than if you buy them from other South American countries, where for them to travel, they will need to be full of, obviously, wax and, I don't know, in a lot of things that make them preserve better. So have you ever made a pesto at the end, Lorna? After all these pestos that we've been doing so many.
I quite like, Carla does one actually, pesto di trapanese as well. I quite like that one in Sicily. That's a nice one.
You're right. Yeah, that's very fresh also. If you got good lemons and almonds and typical from Sicily.
We were very traditional Italian yesterday, and we had lasagna for lunch yesterday on Sunday. So yes, we were in the group.
Wow, benissimo.
Yeah, I was just looking actually some really lovely pictures actually. As always, these recipe books are great, but they've also, it's just the photographs and that sort of classic. You know how there's not really proper beaches at all in Amalfi, there's just lovely little rocky inlets. You get lots and lots and lots of steps to go down. I think there's been many times, Livia, we've been in Amalfi staying at one of our villas. Steps up and down, it makes you really fit.
Yeah, I remember one of the first venues that we were going to had actually a lemon grove itself on the side, and we were going to collect the lemons. Taking the zest off, really, you have to pay attention not to get too much of the pit. Also, since we are going to blend it, it's obviously easier if we blend it thinner, you know. And so the oils in the lemon, I already got some cut on another side, so this is enough for now. I'm going to dice it a little bit smaller, Lorna, so I'm going over there at the here. Okay, so when you want to make, for example, limoncello, what you need to do is to keep the zest of the lemon in infusion just for 3 days. we might think you need a long time, but actually the oils are released very fast. So 3 days of pure alcohol and the zest of the lemon, just the zest without the pit, and that will make it already very colorful and tasty taste of lemon. So I'm dicing a bit smaller, slicing, and then dicing a little bit the lemon zest just for my blender to work easier. Okay. And then
yeah, sorry, just a quick question, Livia, from Sue. She was just asking, how can you tell when buying a lemon, how fresh is it? Are there any top tips when you're buying lemons? Is it you smell it, or what would you suggest?
When is it fresh?
Yes.
What's the question? Well, quite clear. Usually, if the surface also is shiny, you should even just, if you can, touch it and smell it. If you can smell the essential oils, you know, all the oils. If you just press it a little bit, now I'll show you. If you can smell the oil comes up, it comes out as soon as, if it's fresh, obviously. And I really like to use green lemons. As I was saying, a lemon tree produces lemons many times a year, maybe 2 or 3 times at least. I prefer winter lemons to make my limoncello, for example, because that would make a green color that I prefer. So I can tell you a little bit the story of limoncello. Limoncello has been invented because of finding a way to use the pruning of the lemon trees. So usually they prune the trees, let's say beginning of winter, and they cut away the branches that have small green lemons already there. And instead of throwing them away, they decided to try to infuse them in pure alcohol and realized that actually the oils were there already and were making limoncello. So the traditional original limoncello is green. And because the lemons by then are green because they're not ripe. You can use a lemon even if it's not ripe. Yellow lemon are the ones that are produced in winter. Instead, the green ones are collected in winter and produced in summer, collected. So it's slightly different. The color makes a difference. Then the market have requested the production of a yellow limoncello. I prefer it when it's green. I find it more traditional and fresh. So, and I like to use also green lemons because it makes me feel like they are fresher, because they should be collected not long before to be still green, you know, like also. So instead, when they have very, I don't know, dark into colors, they're not fresh. The yellow has to be quite, you know, bright, let's say. So I'm going to try to use this little glass in the blender so it's transparent and you can see through it. I'm going to put some mint, which goes very well under. Okay, then the zest of the lemon. I'm trying to use this glass and then we see if I have to move it to the bigger one. So always, let's say, lighter ingredients under, heavier on top, so that it will help your immersion blender to work better. And the juice of the lemon that I've already extracted. And I'm going over there, Lorna. Okay, and I'm going to move what I got here. So the come si chiama? The basil, the parsley, in here, so that I mashed it a little bit with garlic. You could avoid this even just giving the parsley under. No, okay. You know, sometimes blenders are a bit, you know, difficult to work. So, and actually, for sure, it will be helped by the fact that I'm going to add some pine nuts that I've toasted previously, okay, and some almonds. When you use a nut, as we were saying, if you toast them first, is always better because the oil, you get more flavor out of your nut if you toast it first, and you will extract more of the flavor. I'm going to add already a little bit of oil, and I will fix it with the juice of the lemon after. The oil will help the blender, obviously, to be active, to be working better. Because obviously, if you do a big quantity, it's always easier.
Great. And could you potentially, if you didn't have the mixer, then could you just do it all in the pestle and mortar? It would just take longer.
Yes, I think it takes longer, and also is slightly more complicated. Let's say to mash. To use the blender with the zest of the lemon, because the zest of the lemon is quite hard, so that's why. And now I'm just getting some more juice of the lemon.
I love your it's like, you usually see that when you're making gnocchi, your potato masher.
Yeah, this is used for many things, really, to mash the potato or to squeeze the orange. Sometimes if I want to have a fresh orange juice faster, I squeeze also the oranges. And I'm going to keep these here because I'm going to use them for a salad. So just okay, so I'm going to add a bit of more liquid. Okay, sorry, I made a mess, but that's fine.
A nice message from Antonio. He's watching us from Puglia, hopefully sending us some sunshine.
Ciao, Antonio. As you can see, the juice of the lemon have completely changed the consistency, and now it's creamy. I'm just going to add now Parmigiano, and I'm going to start boiling the pasta. Okay, so this is, we get closer so you can see it.
It's a gorgeous color.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't have to be too green. And that's why I don't like to use too much. There is more mint than the amount of parsley, let's say. So, okay, so that's the creaminess. Okay, and now I'm going to boil the pasta. I already put some salt in the water, and for this pasta, it's good to use linguine. This is the way I've learned it, and that's the pasta. I like to use voiello in questo caso. So, okay, so I'm going to put some linguine. And this is going to be my lunch.
Perfect. That's great.
As always, at the right time. Yeah, just a few minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to do the salad, just to show you how to use the piece of the lemon when they are good quality, as we were saying.
And with the lemon salad, what would you would serve it as an accompaniment with what dish? What else would you be serving?
With fish, obviously, it is perfect. It would be perfect. This is the pasta. So yes, with fish, it's a nice accompaniment. It's similar to the orange salad, if you remember. But it's just less acidity if you're using the right quality of lemons, as we were saying. So you should use a lemon that is not too bitter, and not too bitter, and have a piece which is not bitter at all. Okay, now I'm going to add the Parmigiano, and I mix it in. So I'm going to use
simple ingredients. That's great, Livia. I think I'm always amazed actually how little sauce you actually need for pasta, because I think in the UK we tend to have quite a lot of sauce with our pasta, but actually when you see the experts like you doing it, you don't need much sauce at all.
Yeah, this is not a lot, and also I'm using, I'm cooking for myself, so it's not a big amount, but it's not a lot at all, and also if you want to make a big quantity, you might find it easier when you have to blend it, because blending small quantities require a small and narrow container, and it will blend much better. So now I'll show you the consistency. Okay, so that's the thickness and the color of the pesto. But obviously, if you make a bigger amount, you can preserve it in the in the fridge, for example, in a jar, and then you can use it on a side. It's a little bit like our salsa verde that we have done last time, Lorna.
Right. And would you, if you're going to put it, if you're going to preserve it then in the fridge, would you just put a little bit of extra oil over it?
Yeah, oil on top, but actually the acidity of the lemon for sure will be fine, you know, will help to preserve the pesto, because it's quite acidic, right? So the acidity of the lemon preserve ingredients in general. Okay, so while I'm finishing boiling the pasta, a few more minutes, obviously, as you know, I always like to take it out a bit earlier so that I finish cooking the pasta with some of the water that I've used to boil the pasta.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to finish with, I'll show you the salad. Okay, I got half a lemon here. Okay, another ingredient. Okay. And did someone have already won the book, or?
Good point, Livia. I think we've got quite a few entries. Last chance, pop your name down, pop cookbook in your name in the comments, and we'll draw. I think Julie's on Facebook today, so she can pick the winner at the end.
Okay.
Which will be nice.
How is Kieran? Kieran?
Kieran's well, actually. Yeah, Kieran's well. We had a visit from his new baby, Patrick. He's so sweet.
Che bello. You know that, yeah, he has sent me a picture of his pasta making in these days. He's made pappardelle with ragu sauce, I think. So he has sent me the picture of his pasta making.
Really good on cannoli as well. That's his speciality. Really
yeah, he went to Sicily many times, so that's why.
And I think actually quite a few of the guests, actually, I saw quite a few comments. People have actually been making a lot of your recipes, Livia. I think the ragu sauce was definitely really popular. I saw lots of posts on the MHE page with that, which is
very good. Makes me very happy. So I'm going to use, as you can see, these lemons seem to be very big, but actually the pizza is not too thick, as I thought. I'm going to use these pizza, which, you know, if it's the right quality, as I was saying, is not bitter at all, and is right for the salad. Okay, per questa insalata di limone pane. Okay, and then I'm just going to mix these piece of the lemon with some of the juice, just to some mint. Okay, and then some chili pepper. Okay, and just olive oil and salt and a little bit of garlic. So that's going to be, you can use some of the zest to decorate it, some chilies. Okay, then the garlic, is if you use fresh garlic, come si dice? Spring garlic, spring garlic. Si dice spring garlic? Do you say spring?
Spring onion.
Spring onion. Can you do it with the garlic? Do you have? Yeah, fresh garlic.
Yeah, wild garlic. There's lots of wild garlic just now.
Wild garlic, yeah. Okay. So, and that's even better. You can also use the green. Okay, I'm going to just do some slices. Okay, that I put here in the salad, and then I'm going to tear with my fingers some of the mint.
You're completely color coordinated. You've even got your nice yellow chopping board, Livia.
Well, we're lucky. Very good.
Yeah, exactly. I just popped up in the comments. Tanya's won the cookbook, which is great. I think she's been to Amalfi a few times. Yeah.
Yes, Tanya was taking very good pictures. Tanya, so I still got her pictures in my memory. And then some olive oil, put some salt and pepper. That we have already done the chili. Salt just in case you, pepper just in case you like it. Okay. And then it's ready. So you can use it as a side, as we were saying, to fish, for example.
I was looking at a recipe. You know, Letitia Clark does some of our cooking demonstrations, and she's doing a recipe on Saturday, and it's a Faranata, and it's like a chickpea pancake. I've never heard of it before. It comes from Sardinia, and it's almost like a Sardinian of pizza, and you cook it like a pancake, and then you put on different toppings. Have you heard that one, Livia?
Great. Farinata is from also from Tuscany, and you know, Tuscany and Sardinia are not that far away. It's from everywhere. There are chickpeas and poor tradition, let's say, a lot of beans, and It's sold in Tuscany, even in bakeries, for example. You can just have a slice, very thin, but you need to have, the let's say the chickpea flour that maybe is a little bit difficult to be found.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, really interesting.
Pasta is ready. Okay.
Delicious.
So how are the lessons going, Lorna, without me? Have you been? I've seen you've been keep doing the lessons. So I'm glad that I could see everyone was happy and uploading pictures. So everything was fine.
No, big thank you to Antonella and Carla who stepped in. And they
were thanks a lot to Carla, because she's been really a friend, really taking over with all the lessons and things there. So she's super, really. I cannot even imagine, like how difficult it can be.
Yeah, no, she was great. She's over. And then, we've got lots of Easter recipes. Easter cooking recipes are busy, and the Scottish ones are popular too. So, lots of recipes. And your aperitivo class is busy. So, now that you're back, Livia, you'll be busy as always.
Yeah, because we are doing new things. I need something new. I need really to meet someone. And it would be very happy if I can go back and meet my friends at the lessons.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was really nice actually.
So now, I've seen you've been doing all that was in the plan. So, and I'm really sorry I missed my mother lesson. That was going to be incredible, and I'm sorry really that we missed it. But it was better not to do it. So by then,
Val's just saying she can smell it from here. I know, Val. We're just sitting watching, salivating.
I really hope you will try it, because that's really great. It got a special flavor, and if you could smell it now, it got really a special smell. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to show you the result over here.
Yes, excellent. It looks gorgeous. It looks delicious.
Yeah, it's really, really, really quite, I don't know how to say, like the smell is really different from usual. And it really goes into your nose, and it gives you really a good spring, come si può dire? Smell. I don't know, like a smell like spring for sure.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. It looks lovely. Really nice.
And this is just a simple salad.
Wow. Perfect. Thank you. It looks delicious.
Yeah, I'm glad we're back.
Yeah, I know. Me too. It's nice. Makes you, looking at that food, you just want to be sitting on the terrace in Amalfi with a glass of Fiano and eating nice food and sunshine and looking at the sea. It'd be great. Really nice.
Yeah, we will do it for sure. I don't know if they've done this lemon pesto when they were in Amalfi. I don't know. But this is from Procida, and Procida has been elected like the cultural city, come si può dire, like of Italy of the year. Yeah, so it's very. Then, when these happen, they usually get a lot of money from the state to renovate and restore, and it becomes like the center of Italy for the culture. And so Procida is really, really a pretty, very small island that you can go by bike.
All right.
You cannot even really drive a car there. So.
I suppose everyone's always so busy going to Capri, they maybe just miss out on Procida. So it's maybe a nice sort of.
You can do very nice walk also in Capri. When I used to take the guests there, I remember we getting lost in the forest around the center. If you avoid really, or you just go for a few minutes in the center of Capri, then you can get lost in little streets, which are really pretty and nice nature, flowers, really a special island.
Yeah, and then lovely. There's to the Blue Grotto as well. To see that, that's incredible as well. It's lovely, really beautiful. Yeah. Although Antonio is watching us from Puglia, so we have to be careful what we're saying, I suspect.
I know. Well, I know. We have to pay attention. Ciao, Antonio. Antonio is also with lemons. Antonio have made special limoncello. I've seen all the pictures that you always put up.
Yeah, homemade limoncello. It's definitely worth the effort.
Yeah. So for next week, Lorna, I was thinking, since we're getting closer to Easter, and I think most of our guests are doing the lessons, so we don't want to spoil any lessons. But I think we should do something with that we usually eat here for spring, for Easter, which is asparagus. There are a lot of different ways to cook with asparagus and make them interesting. Or otherwise, I was thinking about a way to reuse la colomba di Pasqua, which is the typical dessert, which is from Italy, right? I think it's Italian originally, but you can find it there. That you can have it in your milk, in your tea in the morning, but actually there are many ways to reuse it, which are quite interesting. So one of these two, or something, we will think about that, and I will get better ideas maybe in the next days.
I think it looks like the asparagus has got thumbs up so far. Exactly. I remember, what's that really lovely shop when you're in Bologna, that really nice famous Atti, the really nice famous food shop. I remember buying colomba there. They're delicious, really nice. And the
I think you can find it there, right? Okay, you can find it also in UK. But talking about asparagus instead, I remember, Lorna, when we were running flavors in Umbria, and we were having the villa near Eggi, in the little village, and I remember there was a wild asparagus festival, and some of our guests that we remember for sure, Caroline, for example, I took the guests to the food festival. It was like a local, very small festival with maybe all the inhabitants of the village, maybe 15 or 20 persons that were staring at us like we were strange and crazy. But wild asparagus, there are everywhere. So, and they were producing a lunch and a dinner just with wild asparagus. Everything, even dessert, was based on asparagus. So, and they are starting to be in season now. So it was, I remember we had a lot of fun.
That's right. Tanya was just saying she remembered an asparagus risotto. Asparagus is just delicious. That would be nice. And it sounds like we do asparagus then next week. That seems to be, and that would be great. That's super. Lovely to see you, Livia. I'm glad you're back to 100%. You're back to health. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Inspiration.
Thank you for having kept me company all the time, Lorna. Also you.
No pleasure. We'll see you next week. Take care. Everyone has a good week. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye.